My beloved, my chosen one, why are your hands shaking as you read these words? Because your spirit already knows the truth. Heaven is pressing on your heart right now. Archangel, my child, you are standing at the very edge of something that no one else can see, says Michael. The invisible realm has a door creaking open. You will never be the same again if you step through. But if you don't read this and instead turn away, not even angels can change what has already been written. 3 hours left. That's all. Do you get it, my beloved? This is not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. There is no whispering from the heavens. They're yelling your name. Now this message has been sent to you by God Himself, because the clock is running out. Pay close attention. You get safer with each line you read. Each word carries light that can push back the darkness that has been after you. You might never know the miracle that was planned for you before time began, though, if you click away or block this message. In light of this, I beg you to subscribe to this light and hold on to this message like it's the last rope dangling over the cliff before I continue, since it is. You keep getting more of heaven when you stay, follow, and hold on. The window closes, the chance vanishes, and the blessing changes if you skip. Type, "I will not skip" in the comments if you believe this warning to be true and you don't want to miss this opportunity. To show heaven that you are listening and ready to receive, let this be your first act of obedience. Archangel, my child Michael sees what you do. Now, his sword is drawn, and flames of divine fire are running along the edges. He's been standing next to your bed, your door, and your soul, waiting for you to finally hear this warning. It's not just another piece of writing. It's not fun to do this. A summons has been issued. The chapter shuts down in 3 hours. Heaven is bending down right now to pull your name across the floor of eternity, my beloved. The angels aren't quiet. They are flying around and whispering so loudly that it sounds like thunder. Child, says Archangel Michael, I can't hold this back much longer. The sands in heaven's hourglass fall faster every second your heart beats. 3 hours. That is all that is left before a decision is made, and what you did is heard so loudly that it can't be ignored any longer. But don't be afraid of losing hope. God is merciful. Even what was intended for your death can be transformed into a miracle in your name if you listen, if you open, if you take in every bit of this message. Yes, beloved, that's your name. If you believe this power can change a curse into a miracle and change your story with grace, type a strong Amen right now in the comments. Say your agreement out loud in the sky, and the mercy that is being offered to you right now will start to work. You were chosen by the God who shaped the stars with His fingertips, not by man or by chance. Archangel Michael was sent to wake you up and make you realize that time is a sword and it is drawing near. What makes you think that you're here right now by chance? Do you think this message just happened to catch your eye? Not at all. This is the divine interception, the stop sign in front of the road that would have killed you. The sky isn't mean, though. God doesn't show you to make you look bad. He tells you to save you. He shows you so you can get better. He is warning you, because He still wants you to take a breath of His miracle air. My beloved, Archangel Michael begs you to do something. He has been driving demons out of your way, killing serpents that were close to you, and cutting through cords of darkness that other people were trying to tie around you. They are not listening, he says again. They've skipped. I won't be able to help them when the last minute comes around if they skip again. 3 hours left. That's not a figure of speech. That is the clock in heaven, ticking, getting closer and closing. Do you feel it, my child? the stress in your heart, the heat on your skin, and the way your eyes keep moving back and forth between these words. You are being drawn into alignment by the Spirit. That's heaven's magnet keeping you from going off again. Read each line slowly and deeply, as if it were the water of life. It is, my beloved. You tell heaven that you want to stay in alignment with God's prophetic voice by subscribing to this channel. Each message that comes after is another divine appointment, a security shield against the next attack and a key to the next promise. Do not cut yourself off from the help you have prayed for. Now you need to breathe more slowly, because each breath you take is different. Heaven is keeping track of it. Standing next to you is Archangel Michael. His wings were so big that they reached the edges of the room. His voice is shaking not because he is weak, but because he knows how important what he has to say is. My child, you have reached the final countdown, he says. A line in the heavens has been drawn by what you did, and it cannot be undone. But kindness still beats. There are 3 hours left, sweetheart. 3 hours is more than just time. Your destiny is being held back by this final rope. Every tick is like a hammer striking the gate of heaven, a warning not to mess with this opportunity. Some messages people miss their whole lives. Then there are messages that make their lives or break them. This is the second one. Do you remember times when you had a chill down your spine for no reason? When you felt like someone was looking at you even though the room wasn't full? That wasn't a shadow of fear. They were messages from heaven trying to get your attention. You skipped, though. You brushed them off. You laughed at the right time. And now Archangel Michael has been ordered to cut through your denial with words that cannot be ignored. My beloved, I can see that your heart hurts. You think this is just text on a screen. That's what you want to tell yourself. But you know the truth deep down. Your spirit is shaking, burning, and yelling that this message is personal, important, and divine. This time, you can't run. 3 hours left. This is not because I want them to be afraid, God says. This message is being sent because I still love them enough to warn them. Feel how much love there is around you right now? It's not man's weak and failing love. It is the eternal fire that won't let you fall when you were meant to rise. But pay close attention, my child. The weight of what has already been written will hit you like a storm if you don't pay attention to this. Archangel. If you don't want the shield, Michael can't protect you. If you leave the covering, the angels can't protect you. The enemy who has been watching you will seize the moment you ignore this word. Don't let that happen. Don't let darkness have the last word. This is the next to last chance that heaven will give you. The rope is getting frayed, but you can still hold on to it. You have 3 hours. Comment, Heaven save me below, if you can feel the rope getting frayed and want to tighten your grip. Allow this to be your humble plea for help, a sign to Archangel Michael that you are determined to hold on with all your strength. Please pay attention. Archangel Michael does not only mean your body when he talks about death. He's talking about the death of chances, the death of doors, and the death of miracles written about you. Those doors slam shut forever if you refuse to hear. But if you stay, take it all in, and do something, things that were dead will come back to life, and broken things will get better. Could you picture that? What was supposed to kill you planted the seed of your miracle. That's how powerful God is. That's why you should not turn away, because the choice you make in these 3 hours will shape the rest of your life. Let me whisper this to you, my beloved. Do not skip this. Do not wait. Don't let something else take this moment away. You shouldn't skim this text. It's the cry of heaven coming through into your time. You are the only one who made it happen right now. My beloved, the angels are circling you right now, closer than your own shadow, and their wings are brushing against your skin, though you cannot see them. Archangel Michael's sword is drawn, the fire on its edge pulsing brighter with every passing second. He whispers, "Child, 3 hours, only 3. After that, the seal closes and no power in heaven or on earth can open it again. Do you feel the weight of that? This is not a poetic warning. This is not a story to inspire. This is a decree. Your spirit already knows it. That's why your heart is racing, why your palms feel warm, why your eyes can't move away from these words. Heaven is holding you still, so you cannot escape this truth. 3 hours left, not 3 days, not 3 months. The window is razor thin, and yet within this small space, your entire future trembles. It can either collapse like a tower of ash, or it can ignite like a flame that no storm can quench. If you are choosing the fire of life over the ashes of destruction, declare it boldly in the comments. I choose life. Let this be your decree, your command to the unseen realm that you are aligning with God's promise of resurrection and glory, not with the enemy's plan for ruin. My child, the truth is simple. You did something that awakened the heavens. It was not hidden. It was recorded. What men forget, the heavens never forget. But do not think this is hopeless. Do not think God exposes to crush. He exposes to save, to give you a door where there should have been only a wall. That is why this message is your rescue line. Think back on the times you nearly lost everything but somehow survived. That was not luck. That was not accident. That was heaven saying, not yet. They still have a chance. And now this is the last and greatest chance. 3 hours left. My beloved, Archangel Michael has fought for you in realms unseen. Demons that wore the faces of people you trusted tried to bind you, but he shattered their ropes. Shadows tried to creep into your dreams, but he stood guard by your bed. He has bled light for you, and still he is begging, don't skip this. Don't turn away. This is the final warning I can deliver. If your soul recognizes the finality of this moment and you accept this divine intervention, seal your agreement by typing Amen in the comments. This is more than a word. It is your spirit aligning with heaven's final plea, opening the door for protection. Listen carefully now. Your death does not have to be final. The death written over your blessings can be rewritten. The death plotted for your relationships can be reversed. The death planned for your destiny can turn into a resurrection so loud it silences every accuser. But only if you stay, only if you listen, only if you take this message into your heart, as if it were the very breath keeping you alive. Do you see, my child? God has allowed this message to reach you because he still loves you enough to interrupt you. If he did not care, he would stay silent, but he is roaring through the mouth of Archangel Michael right now. 3 hours left. Final warning, do not waste it, my beloved. This is why you cannot scroll past. This is why you cannot delay. Every second matters. Every breath counts. Your spirit knows that this moment is not ordinary. It is eternal. My beloved, I will not soften this truth because heaven has ordered me to speak it plain. Your life, your future, your very breath is dangling on the edge of this message. 3 hours left. That is not imagination, not exaggeration, not a dramatic line to hold your attention. It is the reality carved into the eternal clock above you. Archangel Michael says, I have been sent again and again, and still they keep skipping. Still they keep ignoring. Still they keep saying, later, later. But there is no later this time. This is the last rope. My child, when the archangel trembles, the earth should listen. He has stood in wars so violent that suns have collapsed, and yet his voice has never shaken until it came to you. You must understand, beloved, that what you did has stirred both heaven and hell. It was not small, it was not unseen, it was not dismissed, but God's mercy still holds. This message is that mercy. This message is that final chance before the storm arrives. 3 hours left. Can you hear it like a drum in your chest? That is not panic. That is prophecy. Every tick of the clock is heaven shouting, "Don't waste this. Don't close your ears. Don't blind your eyes, my beloved." Death is not only the end of breath. It is the loss of promises, the burial of dreams, the silence of miracles. And if you do not hear this, if you let distraction steal you away, then all that was written for your name may fall into the grave of what could have been. But God does not want that. He still wants to crown you with what He promised before you were even born. That is why He forces this warning into your hands. Do you not feel it? The way your eyes can't escape, the way your heart is restless, the way your skin seems to tighten with heat. That is not fear. It is confirmation. It is your soul saying, "This is for me. This is about me. This is heaven's hand pulling me out of fire." Beloved, hear me again. Archangel Michael's sword is lit. It hovers between you and the forces that want to end you. But swords cannot protect if you refuse to stand under them. Shields cannot cover if you step out from their shadow. You must stay inside this message, because this is the only place your safety still breathes. 3 hours left, not to wonder, not to debate, not to question. 3 hours to believe, to receive, to act. This is not a story to admire. It is a summons to obey. My child, when you look back one day, you will remember this night as the moment that decided everything. Either you skipped and darkness laughed, or you stayed and heaven rewrote your story in fire and glory. Which will it be? The choice is trembling in your hands now. Heaven watches, hell waits, and you, beloved, you must decide before the clock strikes. My beloved, there is a silence in heaven right now, but it is not empty. It is the silence of angels holding their breath, waiting to see what you will do. Do you understand how rare this is? The courts of heaven, the armies of light, even the stars themselves are leaning in to watch a single soul. You. That is how serious this hour has become. Archangel Michael's voice is pressing harder now, like thunder wrapped in fire. He says, 3 hours is all they have. 3 hours to choose light or darkness, life or death, blessing or curse. I cannot carry them past the line if they refuse to step into it. Beloved, His words are not soft tonight. They cut like a sword, because only sharpness can wake you from sleep this deep. And yet, in this storm of urgency, God's love is still pouring over you like honey. He has not abandoned you. If He wanted to, He would not send Archangel Michael again and again. If He wanted to, He would have let silence swallow you long ago. But no, He has chosen to invade your moment, to break through your screen, to pierce your ears with a message that cannot be skipped without consequence. 3 hours left. Do you feel the drumbeat of those words in your chest? They are not just warnings. They are miracles waiting to be unwrapped. Yes, miracles. Because every warning from God carries a hidden gift: salvation, protection, restoration. If you obey the warning, the gift explodes open. There is a silence in heaven right now, but it is not empty. It is the silence of angels holding their breath, waiting to see what you will do. Do you understand how rare this is? The courts of heaven, the armies of light, even the stars themselves are leaning in to watch a single soul. You. That is how serious this hour has become. Archangel Michael's voice is pressing harder now, like thunder wrapped in fire. He says, 3 hours is all they have. 3 hours to choose light or darkness, life or death, blessing or curse. I cannot carry them past the line if they refuse to step into it. Beloved, His words are not soft tonight. They cut like a sword because only sharpness can wake you from sleep this deep. And yet, in this storm of urgency, God's love is still pouring over you like honey. He has not abandoned you. If He wanted to, He would not send Archangel Michael again and again. If He wanted to, He would have let silence swallow you long ago. But no, He has chosen to invade your moment, to break through your screen, to pierce your ears with a message that cannot be skipped without consequence. 3 hours left. Do you feel the drumbeat of those words in your chest? They are not just warnings. They are miracles waiting to be unwrapped. Yes, miracles. Because every warning from God carries a hidden gift: salvation, protection, restoration. If you obey the warning, the gift explodes open. The box remains locked indefinitely if you ignore it. Dear ones, let me make this clear. It's not safe to skip this message. It's not just something else. It's an attack on your own soul. Archangel Michael has fought too long for you. The angels have fought too much for you. For you, heaven is too far away. How could you just swipe it away without thinking? Not at all, my child. Now is the time when you finally make a different choice. I'd also like to whisper this into your heart. Stay in touch. Don't let this be the only time that heaven talks to you. Subscribe to the stream of these messages if this word speaks to you, because each one is a rope from heaven and a shield against what scares you. You believe this is important. You will only hear the more doors, warnings, and miracles that are ready if you stay connected to the source. Don't take the chance of being cut off. Take this as your lifeline. Take a deep breath in. As long as you need this lifeline, you need to subscribe now. This isn't a message. It's about making sure your spiritual alignment is safe. You are showing faith by subscribing when you say, God, I won't miss another warning. I'm not going to be late for another miracle. Keep me in touch with your prophetic schedule. Allow these words to penetrate the marrow of your bones beyond your ears. 3 hours left, and each breath is a countdown. But each breath is also a chance to change, give up, and be saved before the seal shuts. Archangel Michael is prepared to assist. You will either be shielded or exposed by the fire on his sword. Everything will depend on how seriously you take this moment. Don't turn your head away. Do not wait. This final warning was written by heaven in letters of fire, and you can still feel them in your spirit. My beloved, I have to go deeper now, because the time is not soft, and the truth can't be put off. All eyes are on you from up there, and every breath you take is heard in places you can't see. Archangel Michael stands tall, with his wings on fire and gold, and he screams, "Child, listen to me, 3 hours. This is not an idea. It's not a whisper. This is your last warning." Do you feel how heavy those words are? These are not light falls. They're hitting you like thunderstones in the soul, and each line brings you closer to the edge, where you have to make a choice. God doesn't waste words. He is quick on his feet. He is going so loud because he knows there is a real danger. Beloved, you can't act anymore. You can't tell yourself that you'll change, listen, or make up your mind later. Has since died. There's no more time left. Just 3 hours. You have stretched the rope of mercy so thin that it is now as strong as silk. But no angel can sew it back together after it breaks. I have watched over them, says Archangel Michael. I put a shield around them. I begged for them. But I can't fight for something they won't keep if they ignore me one last time. Can you hear that? Even the Archangel who threw Satan out of heaven says he can't help you if you turn away now. That's how dangerous things are right now. That being said, beloved, don't let fear lead you. Also, let hope lead you. Because heaven's warnings are never empty. Doors disguised as alarms are present. It's not a sentence when God tells you that you will die soon because of what you did. He will save you. He is telling you that the way you are going will end badly. He has already constructed a hidden road that will lead you to safety. This message is that road. 3 hours left. The time difference is not 3 hours. Every second is magnified, every moment is holy, and every decision is eternal during these 3 hours of sacred time. This is the countdown in heaven. You are being warned now in the same way that prophets warned kings and angels warned nations. This fire has your name on it. Loved one, think about how many times you could have died already. The accidents you missed, the illnesses that went away, and the people who tried to hurt you but failed. Do you think those things happened by chance? God still wanted this moment to reach you, so those were Archangel Michael and his hosts shielding you. The last choice is no longer theirs, so there isn't much protection left. You can have it. What are you going to do? Will you stay and drink every word until your soul is safely sealed? Or are you going to shrug and walk away, letting darkness laugh at the present you threw into the fire? My beloved, you can't do that. Not now. When the gate is open, no. There are only 3 hours left. Stay put. Pay attention and breathe. You are getting light into your spirit with every line you read. Each word you take in is like a shield that protects you more. Don't look somewhere else. Don't let your heart wander. You have been praying for rope, and this message is it. Child, this is not a game, says Archangel Michael again. It's not a prophecy for someone else. This is for you now. 3 hours to decide. My beloved, there is a trembling in the heavens right now. The stars themselves are leaning closer, as though creation wants to see what you will choose. This is how heavy your moment is. Do you realize that when one soul is tested, the entire cosmos pays attention? Because the ripple of your choice does not end with you. It spreads into eternity. Archangel Michael is pacing, his wings burning with urgency. He does not pace in heaven often. But when the line is this sharp, when the danger is this close, even the Archangel of War cannot stand still. He says, "Beloved child, listen. 3 hours left, not 3 hours of waiting, 3 hours of deciding, 3 hours of sealing what will follow you forever. Every second is being weighed on scales you cannot see. Every thought is being written into records that do not fade, and still mercy is hovering, waiting for you to catch it like a flame before it disappears into smoke. God has not turned his face from you. If he had, you would not be reading this now. You would already be swallowed by silence. My dear one, you need to understand something crucial. Death, as heaven speaks of it, is layered. Yes, there is the body's death, but there is also the death of blessings, the death of favor, the death of doors that would have carried you higher. When heaven warns you will die soon because of this, it is not always your heartbeat that ends. It can be your destiny, your name, your chance. And yet, through this very warning, God is saying, I am not done with you. I can still raise what others buried. I can still heal what you destroyed, but only if you take this seriously. 3 hours left. Do you feel how your skin tingles? How your eyes stay locked on this message, as if an unseen hand refuses to let them wander? That is not chance. That is your soul recognizing that this is the moment it has been waiting for. You prayed for a sign. You begged for clarity. And here it is, louder, brighter, sharper than anything before. Beloved, you cannot afford to dismiss this. Skipping it will not make it vanish. It will only make the consequences louder. Heaven is offering you protection, wrapped in warning. The sword of Archangel Michael is not raised to strike you. It is raised to cut away the cords of darkness, but only if you stay under its shadow. Step out and you face the strike alone. Stay in and the sword fights for you. Listen, God is not trying to terrify you. He is trying to save you. Fear is not his final word. Mercy is, but mercy must be chosen. It is knocking right now, 3 times louder than before. 3 hours left. Heaven does not repeat unless the danger is absolute. My child, imagine this. A door stands in front of you. Behind it is fire, but behind another is a garden of gold. You cannot stand in between any longer. The time of delay has ended. Archangel Michael says, "Stepchild, choose before the hourglass empties and the sand seals your path forever." This is why you cannot leave. This is why you cannot scroll away. Your spirit is tied to this moment as surely as a flame is tied to fire. Stay. Absorb. Let these words wrap around you like armor. 3 hours left. This is not only a countdown. It is an invitation to live, an invitation to rise, an invitation to step into the miracle that was carved for you before time even began. This prophetic word is not just for you. It carries a breakthrough anointing meant to be shared. As you share this message right now with others who are on your heart, you are not just sending a video. You are releasing this warning, this covering, and this anointing into their lives. Your act of sharing activates the power of agreement and multiplies the breakthrough, creating a protective shield over your entire network. My beloved, I see your soul trembling because you already know this is not just another set of words. It is the final rope of heaven stretched across the abyss, and you are being asked to take hold of it before it disappears into the dark. Archangel Michael is not whispering anymore. His cry is shaking through the realms. His wings are slamming against the air, and his sword is lifted high. He says, "Child, I have shouted, I have warned, I have pleaded. But now it is the last time. 3 hours remain. After that, even I cannot open the seal again." Do you feel that weight, beloved? This is not to crush you. It is to awaken you. Your spirit has been drowsy, lulled by the noise of this world, distracted by shadows that pretend to be light. But this message is the thunder that cracks the sky open, pouring fire into your ears so you cannot sleep any longer. And it comes with mercy. Yes, even now. Mercy. 3 hours left. It sounds like so little, and yet it is more than enough for God to transform everything. He created the entire universe in 6 days. What could he do with 3 hours? If only you listen, if only you believe, if only you do not skip. This window may look small, but it contains oceans. It holds miracles, breakthroughs, and protection that cannot be measured. But you must decide to stay under it before it shuts. My child, think of the battles you survived. Do you think you came this far by your own strength? No. You have been carried, shielded, covered. Even when you didn't know it, every close call, every narrow escape, every night you thought you wouldn't make it, Archangel Michael was there, slicing through darkness to keep you alive for this moment. And now he is weeping, not because he is weak, but because he knows he cannot force your choice. He can fight demons, but he cannot fight your will. Beloved, you must understand the seriousness. Skipping this message is not harmless. It is forfeiting your shield, throwing away your covering, stepping willingly into the hands of those who have long waited to destroy you. That is why the warning is sharp. why the words are cutting. You are going to die soon, because you did this. The heavens have seen what you did. They recorded it. And yet they still hand you a door of mercy. Do you see how much love that is to warn you, even as the clock burns down to ash? 3 hours left. But within those hours, miracles beyond your imagination are waiting to breathe. If you stay, if you receive, if you let this truth pierce through your excuses, then even what was written against you can be torn apart. God does not warn to shame, He warns to save. He does not expose to destroy, He exposes to heal. This is your healing moment, if only you will not skip. My beloved, close your eyes for a second and feel the weight of eternity pressing near you. It is real. The veil between heaven and earth is thinner than breath right now, because the message is too urgent to delay. Angels are gathered. Demons are waiting. The judge is watching. And you, yes, you are standing at the center. Stay. Listen. Take in every word as if it were oxygen itself, because it is. Your spirit will live or suffocate by what you decide in these hours. And Archangel Michael will not stop speaking until the clock strikes. My beloved, I will keep speaking until your soul cannot deny what it already knows. This moment is holy. It is unlike any you have lived before, because never again will heaven open this door for you in the same way. 3 hours left. The sands are falling faster now, and every grain glows like fire as it strikes the bottom of heaven's hourglass. Archangel Michael's voice shakes the unseen. He says, "Child, you have walked too close to the edge for too long. The enemies who hate you sharpened their blades and thought they would have you by now. But I stood between you and them. I drew my sword when they came in the night. I crushed their schemes before they touched you. But I cannot keep doing this if you keep ignoring the voice of heaven. This is your final warning. Beloved, can you hear the ache in his words? Angels do not beg lightly, but he is begging now. Not because his strength fails, but because your choice is the one thing even his sword cannot override. God has honored you with free will, and that means you must choose to step under the covering that has always been waiting for you. 3 hours left. The darkness is pressing closer, sensing the weakness in your hesitation. Do not let it devour what God still longs to give you. Demons rejoice when you delay, because delay is the thief of destiny. But angels sing when you decide quickly, because obedience splits open the gates of protection and pours out miracles faster than lightning. My child, think of how many tears you have shed in secret, how many nights you whispered, "God, if you are real, show me, rescue me, speak to me." This is the answer to those cries. Heaven heard every single one. Heaven bent low to reply, and this message is the thunder that proves he was listening. Do not insult your own prayers by skipping the very answer you begged for. Beloved, death waits at the door of those who ignore, but life abundant and unstoppable waits at the door of those who listen. This is not about fear, it is about choice. The warning is sharp, yes, but it is wrapped in love. Love that refuses to let you perish when you were made for glory. Love that pulls you back when you wandered too far. Love that stretches itself one last time. 3 hours left. Can you feel the urgency wrapping around your heart? It is not panic. It is prophecy. It is your spirit waking up, recognizing that eternity has stepped into your present. You may never hear words like this again. That is why heaven repeats them, hammering them into your chest. 3 hours left. 3 hours left. 3 hours left. Archangel Michael's sword blazes brighter, as if it waits for your yes. It will fight for you with a force greater than any storm, but only if you choose to stand under its shadow. Step away, and you will face the enemy's arrows with no shield. Step closer, and you will watch your enemies scatter before you like smoke in the wind. The decision is yours, but the time is not. The time belongs to heaven, and heaven has given you only 3 more hours. Beloved, listen. You are loved beyond measure. If God wanted to condemn, he would not warn. If he wanted you lost, he would have left you in silence. But his love is too fierce to abandon you. So he has interrupted everything. He has moved eternity itself to press this final warning against your soul. 3 hours left. It is the cry of mercy. It is the knock of heaven. It is the fire of Archangel Michael's voice, shaking your bones even as you read. Do not close your ears now. Do not blind your eyes. This is your rescue. This is your rope. This is your moment, my beloved. I cannot slow down now, because the heavens themselves are refusing to let me pause. The fire that burns through these words is not from me. It is from the throne of God, and it will not be silenced until it reaches the deepest corners of your soul. 3 hours left. Say it to yourself. Whisper it under your breath. Let it echo inside your chest. 3 hours left. Archangel Michael's cry is louder than storms tonight. He is not only speaking, he is roaring. He says, I have held the line for them. I have stood between them and the pit. I have drawn my blade when the enemy thought he had won. But the clock is closing, and I cannot fight what they choose to embrace. Child, choose life. Beloved, this is the mystery of mercy. God gives warning before the fall. He never lets destruction arrive without first stretching out his hand. And now that hand is open in front of you. It is trembling with urgency, waiting for your grasp. But it cannot stay open forever. When the last grain of sand falls, the hand will close, and the choice will be sealed. Do not think you have endless time. Do not tell yourself, I will change tomorrow. I will decide later. I will listen next time. Next time will not come. Later will not exist. The clock is strict, and heaven has declared 3 hours. My child, even the air around you feels heavier now, because your spirit knows this is the final call. How many times did you feel a nudge, a whisper, a warning that you brushed aside? And yet mercy still reached for you again and again. But this is the last stretching of that mercy. This is the final warning before silence. Beloved, hear me. What you did awakened the realm of justice. It demanded a consequence. The enemy stood ready to accuse, to demand your life, your blessings, your very breath. But God, in his mercy, overruled for a moment longer. He said, Not yet. My child still has a chance. I will send my messenger one more time. That is why this message is burning before your eyes right now. It is not coincidence. It is not random. It is God himself, pleading through fire. 3 hours left. This is the thin line between ruin and redemption. Step one way, and you will see death. Death of joy, death of peace, death of promise. Step the other way, and you will see life. Life overflowing, life protected, life drenched in miracles. You cannot stand in the middle any longer. The middle ground has been erased. Archangel Michael's sword is glowing white-hot now, waiting for your yes. It will either fight for you or fall silent. It all depends on whether you will take this moment into your heart. Do not think you can ignore it without cost. Do not think you can brush it aside and still be safe. The Archangel has made it clear. If they skip this, I cannot help them when the hour strikes. Beloved, do not hand your life to darkness so easily. Do not let the enemy laugh at your delay. You are worth more than that. Heaven believes in you more than you believe in yourself. That is why this warning glows like fire in your path. It is proof that you are still chosen, still loved, still worth the fight. 3 hours left. Every second you stay, you are already choosing life. Every line you read, you are already wrapping yourself tighter in heaven's covering. Do not stop now. Do not wander away. Let the words keep washing over you like waves until your soul is fully sealed in safety. My child, heaven is leaning close. The angels are watching. Archangel Michael is standing ready, and God is whispering, "Please don't skip this. Please don't waste this. Please let this be the moment you choose me." If you hear this divine whisper and your heart responds with a resounding yes, type your final, most powerful Amen in the comments below. Let this be your answer to God's plea, sealing your choice and wrapping yourself in the covering of His eternal love before the final hour strikes. My beloved, you are standing at a gate that will not stay open long. The light is spilling through it, flooding across your path. But even now, shadows claw at the edges, desperate to drag you back. Archangel Michael stands between you and them, his sword a wall of fire. And still he cries, 3 hours left. Do not waste them. Do not delay. Do not close your ears again. Beloved, this is not an accident. You could have been anywhere else, doing anything else. Yet your eyes are here, locked on this message. That is proof that heaven has intercepted your steps. Do you realize what that means? It means God values you so much that He stopped the world to whisper into your spirit. If you were worthless, He would have stayed silent. If you were forgotten, He would not have sent His strongest warrior to reach you. But you are not forgotten. You are chosen. 3 hours left. This is not the voice of punishment. It is the sound of love fighting to keep you alive. The enemy wants you convinced that this warning is meant to crush you. But no, it is meant to rescue you. What you did was real. The danger it opened was real. But God's mercy is more real still, and it stretches farther than the claws of darkness. My child, every tear you shed was bottled in heaven. Every sleepless night was noticed. Even your mistakes, though they called for justice, were covered by a mercy that refused to let go. But now mercy has reached its final stretch. The rope is frayed, and Archangel Michael says, "If they ignore this, it will snap. And once it snaps, I cannot tie it back together." Beloved, can you hear how final that sounds? This is not a season to gamble with. You cannot toy with eternity. You cannot say, "I will decide tomorrow." Tomorrow is not written. Only now is. Only 3 hours remain in the book of mercy that has been opened for you. And yet, O beloved, what wonders can still happen in that time? Do you remember Lazarus? He was dead 4 days, yet in a moment God raised him. Do you remember the thief on the cross? With only breaths left, he still entered paradise. Do you remember the storm on the sea? In seconds, Jesus calmed it. If He could do that in moments, what could He do for you in 3 hours? Do not underestimate what mercy can accomplish when it still has breath. Beloved, heaven is waiting for your answer. The angels stand in rows, silent, their eyes on you. They long to erupt in song, to celebrate your yes, to carry news of your surrender into eternity. But if you turn away, if you skip, their silence will turn heavy, and the demons waiting at the edge will laugh with the cruel joy of thieves. Do not give them that joy. Do not let your story end in their hands. Archangel Michael says again, his voice fierce and burning, "Stay in the light. Stay under the sword. Stay inside this moment. 3 hours. No more." Beloved, Your choice is everything, and your choice is now. My beloved, you must understand that time is not standing still. Even now the sand falls. Even now the clock ticks. Even now the 3 hours are thinning, and heaven is straining toward you with all its weight, urging you not to let this moment slide past. Archangel Michael's wings are spread so wide they blot out the darkness pressing behind you. His fire is hotter, his cry louder. Child, hear me. The last warnings are being spoken. You cannot play with this any longer. Choose life before death swallows what is left. Beloved, when heaven speaks this directly, you know the danger is real. You know the unseen has already begun to shift. The enemy would not tremble if you were not important. But you are. Your very name shakes kingdoms. That is why both light and dark are fighting for you in this hour. 3 hours left. Those words are burning into your soul. Now you may try to dismiss them, but your spirit will not let them fade. You will carry the echo in your bones. 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. Not as fear, but as a holy reminder that eternity is closer than your skin. My child, think of the moments you were supposed to be gone already. The accident that nearly claimed you. The sickness that almost broke you. The betrayal that should have destroyed you. And yet, you are still here. Why? Because heaven preserved you for this exact warning, this exact message, this exact turning point. Beloved, do you not see the love hidden in this urgency? If God wanted to condemn you, he would have stayed silent. If he wanted to leave you, he would not have sent his archangel. But love is shouting through the fire tonight, begging you not to skip, not to delay, not to hand yourself to the grave when life is being offered freely. 3 hours left. This is more than time. It is mercy on a countdown. When the clock stops, so will the window. But while it is open, anything can still change. Chains can break, curses can lift, destiny can be restored. Even death itself can be rewritten. That is the miracle of this moment. Archangel Michael presses closer, and his words are like thunder. Child, I will fight for you if you let me. I will shield you if you stay under me. But if you walk away, I cannot cover you. If you skip this, the enemy's hand will strike where I was holding him back. Decide now. The heavens are waiting. Beloved, do not take this lightly. This is not entertainment. This is not chance. This is not just another scroll through words. This is the line that separates the saved from the lost, the living from the dying, the protected from the exposed, and you are standing on it. Stay, read, absorb every word. Let the truth wrap around you like a shield of fire. Do not let distraction tear you away, because the moment you choose to remain, heaven itself writes your name under protection once more. 3 hours left. Every second is sacred. Every choice is eternal. And beloved, you still have time, if only you will not waste it. My beloved, I feel the pull in your spirit. You want to look away. You want to convince yourself this is just words. But something deeper inside of you refuses to let go. That something is not chance. It is the voice of eternity echoing in your soul, reminding you that this moment was carved before you were born. 3 hours left. Do not waste them. Archangel Michael is leaning closer. His eyes are blazing like molten fire. But behind that fire is grief. Grief because he has seen too many souls hear the final warning and still walk away. Grief because he knows what waits for those who dismiss heaven's cry. He says, "Child, I am fighting for you right now. But even my sword cannot hold back the tide if you choose to step into it. Choose wisely. Choose now." Beloved, think of how patient God has been with you. When you stumbled, He did not strike. When you wandered, He did not abandon. When you doubted, He did not erase your name. Instead, He watched. He waited. He stretched His mercy again and again. But mercy has an edge, and you are standing at it now. 3 hours left. It is not meant to terrify you. It is meant to wake you, to shake you out of the trance that life and noise have placed on you. This is the alarm clock of heaven ringing so loudly that you cannot ignore it. But alarms do not ring forever. They fall silent if you do not rise. Beloved, rise. Do not stay sleeping while the heavens roar. Do not let the enemy whisper, "You have more time." You don't. The window is open now, but it will not stay open. God's warnings are always urgent, always sharp, because He knows the danger is already standing at your door. Archangel Michael says again, "I have crushed demons that came for you. I have silenced curses spoken over you. I have broken chains that others tried to bind on your feet. But I cannot fight your disbelief. I cannot shield your rejection. If you walk away from this, you walk away from me." Do you see the weight of that, beloved? The angel who has guarded you since birth, who has stood beside you unseen, in battles you didn't even know existed, is telling you He cannot cover you if you choose to skip this. That is how final this moment is. 3 hours left. But within those hours lies more possibility than you can imagine. If you surrender, miracles will rise from ashes. If you listen, chains will snap. If you stay, destiny will bloom again. The enemy wants you blind to this truth, but heaven has ripped away the blindfold tonight. Beloved, let your heart soften. Let the tears come if they need to. Do not resist the pull, because that pull is life itself reaching out. You prayed for a sign. This is the sign. You asked for an answer. This is the answer. You begged for rescue. This is rescue. 3 hours left. Not to question, not to delay, not to argue. 3 hours to decide, to surrender, to step into the covering that has been chasing you your whole life, and heaven is holding its breath to see what you will choose. As your final act of agreement with this divine word, press the like button. See this action not as a simple click, but as a spiritual seal. By liking this message, you are declaring that you favor the Word of God, and this act of honor activates a continuous flow of His supernatural favor over your life, turning every attack into a testimony and every trial into a triumph. Before we reach the end of this message, you need to hear this clearly. You were led here by divine guidance. This is not random. This is not coincidence. Archangel Michael directed this message straight to you. He is calling you into a protected, blessed space where miracles grow, doors open, and divine help moves quickly. This truth is simple and powerful. When you follow this calling, blessings don't just arrive, they multiply. They pour into every area of your life with strength and clarity. Right now, Archangel Michael is giving you direct access to sacred teachings, spiritual protection, and guidance that is hidden from the world. This is your moment to step into a circle chosen for those who are ready for spiritual growth, divine support, and accelerated breakthroughs. Do not let this holy moment pass you by. Your breakthrough has already begun. All you need to do is step forward. Tap the link in the description and enter Archangel Michael's inner circle so you never miss the messages that are meant specifically for your life, your path, and your destiny. If your spirit feels the pull to go deeper, the link is also in the pinned comment. And if your heart guides you to support this mission, you'll find a Buy Me a Coffee link. Always optional, always appreciated. Take the step now. Your blessing is waiting. Like this video, subscribe, and comment, "I accept," to welcome more divine light into your journey.